Hey everybody, this is Derek with ILI Private Equity Holdings LLC, and I just want to do a little piece on setting up multiple streams of income. Not necessarily the merits of setting up multiple streams of income, because as entrepreneurs we kind of already know that, but just maybe some direct information on how maybe to kind of get there, and how to set things up so that you can be successful. Now, most of us are familiar with one stream of income, which is going to a job. You give them 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, and they direct deposit money to your account. And that's great. It works really wonderful. It's very structured. But being in income location indie, or somebody who wants to be able to live all over the world, you have a little bit of a different challenge, because a lot of your, the business that you'll do is not going to be something like brick and mortar where it's face to face and someone walks in and gets their hair done, or somebody walks in and buys a cupcake or a cake from you. It's a lot different, because you have a challenge of being able to present yourself and selling over the internet, or over the phone, and then delivering a product the same way. Not that it can't be done; it's done every single day. It's just how do you get to that point where you can do that? Well, one thing is, like we said, what's your passion and what do you love to do? What do you know? What knowledge do you have that you can actually provide for people, and how figure out how that can benefit them. And then you've got the beginnings of a business, and you've got the beginnings of an income that's independent, number one, of location. And then it's a second income, maybe, to what you already do. One thing that we have to kind of stay away from is trying to reinvent the wheel. Just because someone else has the idea doesn't mean that you can't give your take on it. For example, think about this: when you walk into a store, say a Walmart, or your local grocery store, how many types of soap do you see, or shampoo? There's tons. There's tons. You can walk down the aisle and find tons of different types and different smells and different colors and everything. And everybody has their take on it, different labels on it, different takes for each one. Think about it. How many T-shirts are there, or sweaters or clothes? Different styles of clothing are there? There's tons. It's just a matter of what attracts someone's attention. What about something simple as potato salad? How many different types of potato salad are there? There are people that use mayonnaise. There's people that use mustard. It can be a big debate, but there's people that prefer either or. So whatever it is that you're bringing to market and you're bringing to the table, it doesn't have to be something that people are unfamiliar with, or something brand new and revolutionary that no one ever saw before. You have to, you don't have to be the Elon Musk of potato salad. What you do want to do is, just put your spin on it. Show why what you're offering is bringing value. Show why people will benefit by doing business with you and by buying your product, per se. Like I said, the difficult thing is you're selling over the net. It just has to be something that's beneficial, where they can learn that benefit, a lot of times without being face to face with you. There's 7 billion people in the world, so that means that there's a lot of opportunity out there. You don't have to attract everybody. Sometimes we get kind of, in the mindset where, we don't realize that there's so many people out there that are looking for what you have to offer. It's just a matter of finding them. It feels like, it's a needle in a haystack. Where am I going to find this customer? But there's 7 billion people. If you talk to enough of them, you'll find the people that you need. So another thing that you need to do is really kind of decide what type of entrepreneur do you really want to be. Do you want to be in a company that's going to grow and turn into offices and employees, and and that type of thing, or do you want to be in some type of maybe small private entity where people are coming directly to you for your expertise, and you provide that service for them, and you make just enough really to sustain maybe yourself and your family, and to be able to be income and location independent, and not have to worry about a whole lot. Maybe travel more, spend your time really on the beach after you finish work. You have to decide kind of what you want to be, because the last thing you want to do is have a business that grows into something that you don't want it to be, and then you're not happy. So once you decide what to do, where do you go from there? Well, I would suggest that that once you decide on the name of the business, incorporate it. That's going to help you in a lot of ways, because if you incorporate it, it kind of has a home base. People feel comfortable with that. They know that it's registered with the state, and then it helps you tax wise too. You're going to have expenses. You're going to have things that you pay for. You might be paying for your QuickBooks subscription, or you're paying for your customer relation management software on a monthly basis. You're paying maybe for a cell phone or some type of communication that you're paying for. All of those things cost a little bit of money, so you want to be able to deduct that on your taxes, be able to write that off. And then in addition to that, if you create like an LLC or something like that, you want to be able to have the ability to separate yourself liability wise too from the company. So there's a lot that goes into that. I would definitely research it, but you definitely want to incorporate your name in some sort of way, make it official. Then you may need to create a website. I mean, it's simple as that. You can create a website that pretty simply online. You don't have to hire a designer and all of that. I mean, if you have the money to do that and you want to, you feel like it's just absolutely necessary, go ahead and do that. But you can learn to edit templates yourself, or you can, go to somewhere like GoDaddy or something like that and use maybe their Website Tonight product and get a website going fairly quickly, and it'll look professional and it will work, which is the big thing. There's nothing worse than going to a website and you click on things and they just don't work. So that's not what your customers want to see. So you don't have to go grand. You can start really small, something like that. I tend to use like GoDaddy when I have an idea because I just don't like waiting. I just can't wait for someone to design everything. I just get in there, get it done, get the idea out there. And that's really what it's for. And then after that, my customers can find me. They know that there's some type of presence there. Now, speaking of that as well, you also want to set up your online presence through Facebook. Maybe set up Facebook group. Set up maybe a Twitter, set up an Instagram account. There are a number of other places online that you can set up. If you're doing a store, maybe set up a Shopify account. Those type of things, so that you can sell your goods. Your online presence is going to be important because there you're going to be able to provide content for the individuals that you need to reach. Let's talk about pricing as well too. That's something that's really important. I would say it's really important that you don't second guess yourself with your pricing. Set your prices according to what you want to make. Set it actually even a little bit higher than what you think that you should make. Unless you've just been doing it for a long time, you know what people will pay. Set it a little higher. I learned that lesson in my recording studio that I had in Orlando for a lot of years. It was my first time kind of opening the studio. And so I set the price a little bit lower than where I eventually needed to have the prices. And it was so difficult to say to your long existing clients, hey, I need to raise prices. A lot of people kind of balked at that. They still paid, but it wasn't the most comfortable thing. I think it's better, and I learned from that experience that it's better to kind of set your price and expectation a little higher and then discount it. Because people like a discount. They like to get a percentage off, or they like to feel like, okay, well, I'm special because, I'm getting less, I'm paying less than maybe the average person that walks in. Definitely, set your price according to where you want to be, and according to the value that, of course, that you're delivering. But don't shortchange yourself because you're going to end up doing the work anyway. So you might as well get paid for it. And if you do need to discount it, you have room to do that. It makes you feel good, makes the customer feel good, and you can, get your sales done that way. After that, it really comes down a lot to heart and hustle. Talk about what you do, tell people about it, bug people about it. You almost don't want. I had a guy one time that, he loved the product that he was selling or whatever. And it's like, I couldn't even do my work because he was just bugging me about it so much. Don't become a bugaboo about it. But at the same time, post content regularly. Talk about the benefits of what you do. Talk about the value of what you bring to the table. And people will see that. And that person that wants your brand of potato salad will come to the table to eat. Now, there's no guarantee of success, but some of these tips here, hopefully they'll kind of put you in line, or at least in the mind frame of, okay, what do I got to do here? Because this task seems to be a little bit daunting to kind of figure out how am I going to create another stream of income for myself, and how am I going to become income and location independent? This is just kind of just a framework that you might work from to kind of create that situation. So I'd hope it helps you. Once again, my name is Derek. I'm with ILI Private Equity Holdings, LLC. The ILI stands for Income Location Independent. So I am also the Income Location Indie on Tumblr, my blog. And then I also have my website, which is www.iliprivateequity.us. From there, we have links to my other websites as well. I thank you for your time today. Once again, my name is Derek Banks, and I appreciate you. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye bye.